the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Mavericks in Dallas. And guys, for the Mavericks, the first half of the season has not been kind to them, and unfortunately, with their play lately, they're not exactly giving off the vibe that they're...
We hope to see you again, our fans, so visit us online at the ticket booth availability on any merchandise.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Dallas Mavericks can please their home crowd. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles. They'll be trying to turn things around and climb out of a hole down 2-0 in this season series.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see how...
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own...
Hey, Kev.
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. Well, we're about halfway through the season now, Chris, and you can see the mental grind getting to some of these teams and some of these players.
Yeah, this is why leadership, and especially veteran leadership, is so important. You got to keep guys focused, motivated, and ready to play. Yeah, the season is long. It will wear you down. You have curveballs thrown at you every day. It is a mental grind, a mental toll. But how can you keep that focus through all of it? That's the big question, and usually we lean on those veterans in the locker room.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Lakers right now, inside we've got Kuzma and McGee. Harris is out there with AI. And it's James in at the 3 spot. Doncic, no good. Kuzma kicks to AI. Back to Kuzma. Down low. Here's AI. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
An all-around player. Kuzma is very solid at finding his guys in their spots.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded by AI. Passes it to Porzingis. Doncic with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Philadelphia. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the Mavericks with possession. 4-point game. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Hardaway.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Harris passes to AI. Yep, that one goes in there. AI's got 6.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Minnesota. Now Burke. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
He lives for these type of battles on the boards. Doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
Pass to Harris. Lakers working the ball around now. Count that bucket. He's got 8.
Okay, 4 for 5 from the floor right now. Wasting no time getting this offense rolling.
When LeBron came over to Los Angeles, Greg, many wondered how the younger players would fare. They've done a pretty good job working alongside him.
And you can see it in the record for the Lakers. Many might have been skeptical to how this roster would work together, but they've been terrific. You have to give kudos to the coaching staff and all the players for buying in.
Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. Porzingis finds Burke. Makes it off the glass.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the stripe.
Good on the bucket.
Just really unselfish there. Harris is someone who knows when one of his guys is wide open.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Zach Randolph. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Harris subbed in for Trey Burke. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. Beasley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for James. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Harris.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
AI passes to Zubac. And that one's good. AI's got 12.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Powell dishes to Harris. Powell kicks to Harris. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered by Ingram. And Doncic gets it to go.
And the level of concentration that Doncic has, even under pressure, this guy is cool as a cucumber.
Back to Ball. Pass to Ingram. To the inside. Here's AI. And the shot is long.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Doncic, no good.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shots of the night here. First free throw is good. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Lonzo Ball. And both free throws good for AI. Mavericks trail by 10. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Now, here's Doncic. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. 5 on the clock. Here's Nowitzki. No good with the layup.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have. A different look for Dallas. Zach Randolph is checked in for Nowitzki. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Courtney Lee. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. AI is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Ball. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. And with Porzingis having the ACL tear, Greg, maybe losing some of his lateral quickness, perhaps accelerating his move to the 5.
I mean, part of his rehab was hitting the weights and just adding strength. I think, if anything, his offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the 5.
Ball against Hardaway. Knocked away. Here's Kuzma. Some solid defense from Randolph. Mavericks trail by 10. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
And AI with the basket on the assist by Ball. And that's 18 points for AI.
Oh, look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by AI. Doncic with it. Working on James. Randolph can't hit.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Here's Ball. Here's AI. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Well, you have scored in bunches tonight, and you're making it look easy, and it isn't. How are you doing that?
Well, you know, it only looks easy because my teammates making it look easy. You know, they've been doing some great work for me tonight, you know, set me up with some terrific looks. So the points might be mine, but, you know, I got to give them all the credit.
Group effort leads to good results so far. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
We've got Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in at the 1 spot. It's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. So it's the Mavericks now, down by 12. When you were playing on the road, obviously the fans would yell things and, you know, try to get under your skin. See, Webb, do you remember any instance when it really bothered you and took effect?
Maybe when I would go home and play for the Pistons, I'd see some fan in the green and white, and maybe Steve Smith, my partner, paid him to be there. But, you know, the Michigan State fans, you know, the gold blue or that type of thing. Or in Ohio, it's very funny, you know, in Ohio, if they want to boo, if they want to get the crowd pumped up, all they do is put a big Michigan M up there, and the crowd will go crazy and boo. So Ohio, usually my people, Ohio State, the Cleveland, they always, you know, had something to say. No, but it was more like, you know, you suck, Ohio State is the best, you know, Michigan State, you should have come here, that type of stuff. And you kind of look back, give a guy a wink, knock it down a jump shot, and put your fingers to your lips and just say, shh, you don't want to get me upset. Let sleeping dogs lie.
That's great. And AI gets it to go.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the Mavericks call time here. And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron, one of the best to ever play the game?
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Zach Randolph. And Lee's subbed in for Hardaway.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Beasley. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Beasley's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Doncic kicks to Lee. Got a piece of it and stolen by Harris. And it's the Lakers on the break. Ingram wide open. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Ingram's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
There's the pass to Powell. Down low. Shoots a fader. And it's off the back rim. No good.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Harris. He's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Free throw good, AI. Evan Harris is checked in for Burke. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Harris. And both free throws good for AI. C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away position.
Interesting.
When you were young, you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team, and I make you a center, and I pull you to one end, and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be, instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thing. Powell, the pass to Doncic. Oh, good with the triple.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Lakers.
And most of the damage being done by the backcourt. They've leaned on their guards big time, and the plan has worked to perfection. The small ball approach has been the way to go.
That free throw, no good. Hart, he's checked in for the Lakers. That one misses. Mavericks trailed by 19. To the middle. Deflects the pass. .122 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. You know what, Greg? There may not be a more likable superstar in the NBA than Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, everyone loves Nowitzki.
And a large part of that is just Dirk plays the game with a smile on his face, it seems, at all times. His play style is one that is hard to root against, having so much skill in the body of a 7-footer. And it's one thing to be respected by everybody. It's another to be loved by everyone in that regard. And Dirk's, he's one of a kind.
Slithering into the lane with such ease. I mean, when Ingram is aggressive, it forces the D to act.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And then for Los Angeles, James comes in for AI. And it's Lonzo. A different look for Dallas. Powell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Burke in for Harris. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubac. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. AI is checked in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. AI is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low. Mavericks trailed by 21. Burke finds Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Here is Rondo. Passes it to McGee. Back to AI. Banked in off the glass. AI's got 30.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Well, he's extremely accurate. Here, coming down the stretch, trying to see if he can close this one out.
Doncic dishes to Burke. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Lakers leading by 19 points. Ingram outside. Pass to AI.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Doncic. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Lee. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. C-Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. You know, I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter. And the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Ingram against Nowitzki. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nowitzki hits them both. 15 seconds left in the 4th. Rondo looking over the floor. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
I think Clay got a faster release, though.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Debatable.
Let me guess. Press conference?
You know it. You ready?
Yeah, I think so. Just a second.
AI, what would you say is more important to you personally, the fans or your teammates?
I see what you're doing. But okay, I'll play along. I'm definitely going to go with the fans. I mean, none of us would be here if it weren't for them. They the foundation, holding up everything that we do. And seeing their passion for this team each and every night is the ultimate motivator. Besides, I need all the fans I can get, and hopefully this will be a nice little boost, you know what I'm saying? So let's give it up for them.